Hi everyone. On July 5, 1994, we lost a great spirit, a true human being, our Malayalam's own Sultan, Vaikom Mohammed Basheer. You all would have heard about him, right? You would have read his works, you would have learned his stories, you would have even seen movies adapted from his stories. So what is Basheer? You can call him a progressive writer, a radical, a satirist, a freedom fighter, a humanist. You can call him by many names. But I warn you, you cannot contain that man in the boundaries of certain words. He's way beyond all that. I'll give you one instance. Once Basheer declared that to end war in this world, all men and women, irrespective of their caste and creed, must be infested with ringworms or varattuchori. He says that there is no other feeling more peaceful than scratching at it. So that is his sensibility. Here's outrageous, irreverent, earthy, and shockingly truthful. And all his works are slices of life. Everything is taken from his real life experiences, and they are also powerful satires as well, which is masked in mild humor, as if your mother is making you eat a bitter pill by coating it in ghee and sugar. Ghee and sugar. That word takes me to a funny episode in Pathumeda Aadu, in which Basheer's little brother Abdul Khader is mysteriously growing in size day by day. So his parents think that he has some illness. Also, in the meantime, ghee and sugar is getting stolen from the kitchen, and Basheer is blamed for it and punished for it. And finally, the real culprit is caught, and it was Abdul Khader and not Basheer who was stealing and eating it. So Basheer says the term "avan tagilanai varana." So that is his other specialty, that is his language. His language is simple, colloquial, and he does not hesitate to coin words when needed. So he has contributed a lot to the Malayalam language, and we also use his words unconsciously. Like the words like Murachi, Luttapi, Shingidi Mungan, Gadagadiyan, Kafrichi, or Agashmitai. All these words are his coinages. Agashmitai, that word takes me to another novel of Basheer, Premaleganam. In Premaleganam, Keshav Nair falls in love with a Christian girl named Sarama. So, a big issue is at stake. What should they name their child? So, they consider the names as India, Karimin, Velliyazha, Symbolism, Nilavelicham, Chemminkannan, Nakshatram, many more. And finally, they end up with this word Agashmitai, because that name does not give away his caste or religion in which he is born. So in our world where we are fighting our caste, where honor killings have become a common incident, where we proudly attach our caste names to our names, Basheer is giving you a tight slap on your face. In another novel, Baligalasagi, Majid is asked by his teacher a question: what is the sum of 1 and 1? So Majid replies that 1 plus 1 makes a big 1. Umani Balyonnu. So Majid is punished for this answer. But it seems that our world is still not yet ready to take this beautiful philosophy of Basheer. We all, men, women, animals, we all are inheritors of this world, irrespective of any caste or creed. And we all are not different, but we all together make a big one. So let me conclude this small speech about Basheer with a quote by Dr Nimisha about Basheer. തലയോലപ്പറമ്പിൽ ഒരാൾ തലയിൽ ഓലയുമായി ജനിച്ചു. ആ ഓല വായിച്ച് അയാൾ വിശ്വത്തിന് വായിക്കാൻ ഒരു ഓലയായി മാറി. ആ ഓലയാണ് ബഷീർ. താങ്ക് യു.
Good morning to another. Today I am going to speak a few words about Vaikom Muhammad Basheer. Vaikom Muhammad Basheer was also known as Beypore Sultan, was an Indian independence activist and a writer of Malayalam literature. He was a writer, humanist, freedom fighter, novelist and short story writer, noted for his path-breaking, down-to-the-earth style of writing that made him equally popular among critics and as well as common man.
My dear friends, today July 5th, funeral day of a Sultan of Malayalam literature. Vaikom Muhammad Basheer has been noted for his path-breaking, down-to-earth style of writing. Balagalasagi, considered by many as Basheer's best work of all time, is a romantic tragedy. This story is largely autobiographical by Basheer's own admission. The story revolves around Suhra and Majid, who are in love with each other from childhood. The novel talks about love in its truest and sincerest form. Yet that very kind of love goes unfulfilled. As MP Paul suggests in his foreword to the book, it's a page torn from life, bleeding at its edges. I want you all go for it. Beautiful grief-stricken tale. Thank you.
Hi, I am Faiha K from Chennai. പശ്ചായ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഓരോരുത്തരും ഓരോ അനാഥ ജീവിയാണ്. This is the famous quote of Vaikom Muhammad Basheer, which depicts the saddest reality of life. Vaikom Muhammad Basheer is also known as Beypore Sultan. He was an Indian independence activist, humanist, short story writer and freedom fighter. He wrote in the languages of rustics. His magnum opus are Balagalasagi, Madilagal, Janmadinam, and Uppupakku Aana Undarunnu, and so on. He was the recipient for Kerala Academy Fellowship and Sahitya Academy Fellowship. Translations of his works made him popular. The government of India honored him with Padma Shri Award in 1982. And Uppupakku Aana Undarunnu is a short novel published in 1951. The story is woven around the love of Kunju Pathuma and Nisa Ahmed. The dominant character of the story is Kunju Pathuma's mother, who Lord serve the glory was the central theme. The theme of the story is the conflicts between the values she upholds and those of the educated and for whom.
Do you know who Basheer is? Yeah. He was a Malayalam fiction writer who was born at Beypore, Calicut. He was also a humanist, freedom fighter, novelist and a short story writer. Basheer meant harbinger in Arabic, which means a person initiates a new thing. He is a harbinger of modernity in the culture of his literary career. He introduced social realism and colloquial language to fiction. It made him popular among literary critics as well as the common man. Pathumade Aada, Endu Uppupakku Aana Undarunnu, etc. are the examples. His life was eventful as his fiction. He was twice imprisoned during freedom struggle for participating in Salt Satyagraha in 1930 and for standing against government of Tiruvidampur in 1941. He had travelled everywhere in the country. He had done a variety of jobs like washing dishes in restaurants, giving tuitions to college students, etc. His works are humorous and eventful. I expect everyone try to read his works. Let me conclude my words. Thank you.
Basheer's fictional characters were marginalized people like gamblers, thieves, pickpocketers, and they come in his work naive and pure.